Hello. Someone said do a review or something, so I thought I'd do a review just for old time's sake. Why not? Let's do it, huh? Let's do it. And today, remember enthusiastic guy. Remember that guy said that you're boring. Remember, you need more enthusiasm. Let me just. This is about as enthusiastic as I can muster, I'm afraid. I'm going to talk very slowly. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to another fascinating prog review. And today, if you haven't read the title or description, it's Mike Oldfield's Songs of Distant Earth. Is this exciting enough for you? Originally released on the 21st of November 1994. It's a bit of a departure for old M.O. Again, I was there at the time. I remember it all so well. It's based on Arthur C. Clarke. Who remembers Arthur C. Clarke's mysterious thing with the crystal skull? Do you remember that? Was you in the 70s like me? Did you watch Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World? And he'd be there in his suit, walking around, and there'd be that crystal skull and that, and he'd talk about mysterious things. Do you remember that? I remember that. Yeah, there was a reason why Arthur C. Clarke moved abroad, you know. I'm not gonna talk about that though. But it's like a lot of Western men go to the Far Eastern places. The climate, that's it. The climate. That's why they do it. But anyway, Arthur C. Clarke wrote a book called The Songs of Distant Earth it was 1986, based on a short story from the 50s that he did, and it's basically about the colonisation of the universe by humans and that. And so Oldfield thought that would make a really good idea for a concept album. It doesn't really follow the. I don't know if it really follows it's instrumental. There's some vocal stuff on it. There's some bits, not vocal, but sound effects and audio added to the proceedings. But whether or not it's technically an actual concept album, it's very loose. Yeah. Very loose. Well, I'm trying to think what I can say about it. Yeah, it's instrumental. Obviously, because like 55 minutes long. And on the Wikipedia page, it says New Age and Electronica, and this is it. This is the direction that old balmy bonkers Oldfielders went with this album. And at the time, I was like, yeah, it's all right, and I thought, it's all right, and I listened to it quite a few times. Got the singles Hibernaculum and Let There Be Light, and one of those, I think it was Hibernaculum, had a really good 3D holographic cover. I don't have it. I've sold that one. That's what happens. But yeah, I remember that. So yeah. So what else is there to say? Yeah, I haven't listened to the record in millions of years, but this was going cheap on the old. This is the WEA Warner Brothers vinyl reissue, and they really pulled out the stops. Look at it. There's no details. It just says, look at it. It says all tracks written and produced and engineered by Mike Oldfield. That's it. They didn't even put anything. And in a bag, especially. Look, that's it. That's all they did. There's not an explanation. There's not a download card. It's sweet FA. That's probably why it was like $12.99. So, but it makes a noise when you put it on the record player, and that's the important thing. So yeah, Oldfield takes a bit of a different direction here, because he I was going to use the fusion word. It's a fusion of what you come to expect from Oldfield, but it's slowed down, and he integrates world music and the various tropes that you come to expect from New Age or New Age. I nearly said New World Order, New Age music. I mean, his brother Terry. He's got brother Terry. He used to be in the New Age section. Do you remember he used to have a New Age section in the record shop? Do you remember, who remembers record shops? Who can remember record shops where people used to go and actually buy records? Can you remember that? Was that just me? Did I imagine it? But there used to be a New Age section. I remember Terry Oldfield being in the New Age section. But yeah, Oldfield very deliberately goes ambient. And it's not a bad thing. It's a nice departure from what he normally does, and it's a sort of thing you can put on when you're having a dinner party and burble around in the background, and there's lots of little vocal samples and things that burst through, and that's it. There was a CD-ROM, I think, on the there was an enhanced version of it, because again, Oldfield went mad and was obsessed with like video games and CD-ROMs and whatnot. Do you remember that? Do you remember when he went a bit crazy and he did games and stuff with music? Just me then. I think I had the enhanced edition. That's the one with the manta ray on the cover, and then they did a revised edition. I don't know if I got it working. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I don't think it worked on my computer, but you got a lot of that in those days with CD-ROMs and things. Who remembers CD-ROMs? Do you remember when the world went crazy for CD-ROMs? No, just me then. So yeah, it's very, very laid back. My problem with it, and it was the same as at the time, and I still have the same issue now, is it sounds quite dated. And even back in 94 it sounded dated. How so, Darren? How so? Well, there were bands such as, I've got to remember, Deep Forest. Do you remember them? And who's the other one? Enigma. And they were at the turn of the 90s. They did their particular brand of ambient, infused dub, dance, beats things. And listening to this, even back in 94, it was like, well, wait a minute, it's kind of a bit behind the curve. And, so I was like, it's hardly cutting edge. Pleasant is about as far as I could describe this. It's pleasant. Is it memorable? No. I remember it when I play it. I go, oh yeah. But when I actually think about it, I draw a blank. I really do draw a blank on it. And I have that with albums that are forgettable. I just can't, I just can't. Just nothing will come through. But that's not to say it's a bad record. If you're looking for a really dreamy, inconsequential, laid back, new age, ambient experience, that's the album. But it's not, I don't think it plays to his strengths, because again, Oldfield is about melody and tunes. There'll be people in the comments going, there is tunes. No, there isn't. But yeah, it is what it is, and that's the reason why it got to number 24 in the UK charts. It wasn't particularly strong, and I don't think Warner Brothers got a really good deal out of him, because he did Tubular Bells 2, this, Voyager, Tubular Bells 3 guitars, and of course ending it with the superior, the amazing Millennium Bell. You scamp. I wouldn't say it was a particularly strong period of his work, apart from guitars, which I've still got a lot of time for. Saying that, even Voyager isn't. There's some bits on that. We won't have to do that one next. So yeah, I. It's not that I don't like it. It's not that I like it. It's just, it's, that's what it's like. It's like that, and that's the way it is. But anyway, in terms of rating, I'm going to give this 2.5 hibernaculums out of 5. It's 2.5 hibernaculums out of 5. Like I say, it's not that it's bad. It's just it's inconsequential. It doesn't play to his strengths. It's like I say, it's very vapid. It's but that's the nature of ambient music. It is and it isn't, and that's what that's what you got to get from this. So yeah. That's that. Oh yeah, and I'm just reading on the Wikipedia page. The enhanced compact content was for Apple Macintosh Power PCs. Well, in those days, I was PC. I hadn't gone Mac then. Anyway, this has been absolutely fantastic. I hope you've really enjoyed this thrilling, exciting roller coaster of a ride. This video where you watch me burble on. I'm sorry, guys. There are people that don't like this. I know some of you like it, you masochists. Well, there we go. Thank you for watching. We'll do this again soon. And with that, there's only one thing to say. I've been talking about Mike Oldfield's Songs of Distant Earth. That's the better cover, I think. Yeah, and it is what it is. It's neither good nor bad. It's and we'll do this again soon. My name is Darren Locke. Only one more thing left to say, and by now you should know what that is, and that is Prog on.